Hey, Dr. Atiqah.
Hi, Zesiree.
Could you tell me about yourself?
Yes, I'm a lecturer from the Singapore University of Social Sciences, and I'm also a psychologist and a behavioral neuroscientist by training. So as part of my research work, I use portable neuroimaging devices to record and understand brain activities of people as they engage in natural tasks in the everyday world.
So, when were you sure you wanted to pursue psychology?
So back when I was in primary 2, my form teacher gave us each a blank business card for us to decorate however we wanted. And so on mine, I wrote the word scientist. Right? So back then I knew that I wanted to do something that allowed me to discover new things, generate new knowledge, and do something that allowed me to be curious, creative, and also to contribute back to society. Now, throughout my primary school, I learned one important lesson, and that learning doesn't just stop within the classroom. Whatever you've learned can also be applied to your daily life. For example, back in primary 3, I sat for a science class where we learned about the different vein patterns and shapes of leaves. And as part of that lesson, we had to complete a science project where we categorized the different leaves we found around school. And I thought that was simply fascinating. And in fact, after that lesson, I went on to buy a little fern book for myself so that I could identify different ferns when I go out about on my own. And that's when I learned that learning goes beyond just grades. And I took that lesson with me all the way until secondary school. So in secondary school, I learned about the brain in biology class. And I went a step further and did my own reading and started to venture into psychology, reading up psychology books on my own and making that connection. And that was when my love for psychology first started. But it was not until university when I do realize that I wanted to pursue psychology as a career.
My friends and I are worried about choosing our future paths. How do we decide?
Well, when I was your age, I felt anxiety too, and I wasn't confident at all. So my advice to you would be to ask yourself what your definition of success is. What do you find to be meaningful? What are you good at? When I was in secondary school, my teachers nudged me to join the Young Changemakers project, which was a year-long project that allowed us to raise funds for a charitable organization of our choice. But it came with a lot of challenges. So one of the events was an outdoor performance that we wanted to raise funds from. However, it rained very heavily that particular day. Luckily, my teachers were there. They provide space for me to fail, to try again. They provide space for me and support for me, and we brainstormed alternative solutions together. And so we pivoted. We thought of another event idea that we could raise funds from. So we did something called Light Stick Night, where we sold pink light sticks along Orchard Road. And the entire night was just filled with pink bands along that road that evening. And at the end of the year, we managed to raise $15,000 for Breast Cancer Foundation. And so really what I learned from that particular experience was that when we try new things, sometimes we will fail. But it is good to have people around you to give you that space and support to help you bounce back, to help you improve and remain resilient. And that is something I take with me even until today in my current job. So as part of my work, I have to submit research grant proposals, submit manuscripts that might not be successful all the time. And so I learn from the feedback provided to me, and I continue to improve and to grow.
What is one challenge you face in your work now?
Research on a global scale is fast-paced and competitive. Although you think that you're working on something novel today, someone else from another part of the world might be on it first.
Everything is changing so fast. If what I learned in school is outdated by the time I start working, what is the point then? And how do me and my friends keep up?
Well, that's why you have to continue and to keep on learning. So not too long ago, we could only look at people's brain activities when they're lying flat in a scanner. But now, with advanced neuroimaging technologies like portable neuroimaging caps, we can look at brain activities of people in their natural settings. We can even look at yours and my brain activity as we converse with each other. So really, we have to remain proactive and continue to learn and adapt with the changing times. It is also important for you to learn from your peers. For example, you're interested in illustration, so a friend of yours might also recommend you to programs or competitions that you can enter and that you can benefit from and grow from. And that is a way for you to help each other out. But remember, this is not a race. Remember to pause, to breathe and recenter yourself, and take breaks along the way.
What would you say to 15-year-olds like me who are unsure about our future?
You have to embrace challenges as opportunities to build your confidence so that when you're older, you have the resilience to overcome any challenges that might come your way.
What made you who you are today?
I am the culmination of the support from my loved ones and my teachers, and of the obstacles that I've managed to overcome along the way.